Hello, my beautiful friends, and happy Monday, all you wonderful souls. Let's see what our card of the day is today. As by request, I am going to do the Enchanted Dreams deck by Yasmin Westwood, which is just absolutely beautiful. These cards are, it's a little awkward for me to shuffle. As you can see, I'm kind of being a little odd about it because they're so large, but they're so beautiful. I mean, look at all this color. Gets me so excited. Okay, anyways, so today is Monday, August 17th. So that's going to be number 8, and we're talking about the moon. So that's, saying that there's a situation that you were clouding yourself from, that you decided enough is enough. It's time to hit the road, Jack, So let's see what insight this lovely moon deck has for us. Of course, this would be the deck that's requested, and it wasn't even intended. It was probably subconscious, subliminal, but on the surface, it wasn't in mind presently that there was moon on this card. So look at that. The 7 of Swords just popped right out. This is kind of a little message for the day, but this is not the card of the day. I will get to this later. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see it. The 7 of Swords in this deck is very interestingly portrayed. I absolutely love the pictorials and imagery in there. This is a lot of Gemini energy, but we'll get back to that later. So I'm going to put that right here out of sight. And we're going to get back to shuffling the deck 3 more times. So there's 1, and right now I'm just gonna clear my mind. 2, as 2 cards fall out. When in doubt, let them fall out. Okay, and 3. So I'm turning it to the side so you guys don't see the bottom of the deck so it doesn't ruin anything. And cut the deck. And let's see what our card of the day is on this Monday, the day of the moon, August 17th, Enchanted Dreams. Oh, look at that. It's the Page of Pentacles. That is very interesting. Okay, so this card has a lot to say about it. It's like, there's kind of, look at her face. There's a definite innocence energy in there. Along with, the stability of, I definitely feel a lot of Taurus in here. Because Pentacles are all about Earth. So you've got Taurus, Virgo. I always forget the third one when I start out talking like that. Taurus, Virgo, and not Leo, hello. Aries, Taurus, Virgo. Come on, help me. You guys know what the third Earth zodiac is. So clearly there's not very much energy of that in this card right now because it says some way, somehow, but not right now. Look at the beautiful butterflies right above her head. There's 3 of them. How many times did I shuffle the deck? 3 times. And okay, look at that. There's 1 right here. It's the palest one, and one of its wings is half upon the pentacle, which is appearing to kind of levitate above her head. And you've also got this butterfly on this side, which is the brightest one, which is kind of, you could say, in reversal to the pale one. Its other wing is half upon the pentacle. And then you have this one here in the middle, which, where is it facing? The bright butterfly. But look at that. There's a lot of darker colorings, and its face is pointed at the more vibrant one. And then towards the back of its wings, it fades into a lighter pink, and that's facing the other butterfly. So that kind of says there's definite Venus energy in here. Venus and Virgo. So yes, there is some Taurus. I'm getting that because of these, moonbeams behind her, which look kind of similar to a bull's horns, you know, the Taurus. But Virgo is very earthly, pure, innocent. You could say childlike, but that's not quite the correct term to ascribe to Virgo. Virgo is more of a, not quite naive, but you know, just loving and caring and in the moment and free. So it just kind of is like, oh, hey, look at me. You know, I'm young and beautiful and I don't know where I'm going yet, but I know everything's okay. I've got all this love and beauty in my life around me. And I have this mastery of my intuition, of my knowledge, of the things that I have learned over my past course, beginning from the Ace of Pentacles all the way up to the 10. And now we have the Page. So there's a single pentacle in this card, and that is definitely representative of the beginning of the path, starting from the Ace, which is, you know, bringing into fruition. The Ace of Pentacles is definitely a lot about, you know, gathering your material wealth, but also gathering your earthly self. So look at the leaves upon her head as well. You know, her little, I guess you could say tiara, because she has this little stone hanging down upon her forehead as well, right above the third eye, which is extremely indicative of the fact that she knows why. But, you know, what doesn't fly is not gonna fly. She will not let it just, you know, whoosh, over the head, pass her by. No, she knows. But she's also grown and she's learned, but this young woman is just coming into her, you know, prime, not quite prime, but womanhood. You know, maybe she could be a new mother, because it's definitely starting on a new path of, you have gained that clarity and you know where you have your lack of asperity and where you can be truly serendipitous with your harmony and love in family. And look at how just she kind of has a no nonsense look on her face. She's like, you know, I'm not going to take no shit from anyone. So that's a definite another sign of a lot of Virgo energy in here, is that look on her face. That's like, you know, she knows. And she's like, okay, you know, that's your choice. I can let that go because that's on you. That's not on me. But what is on me is what I have grown and I come to see. So I'm not going to let that change what I'm deciding I want to be, where I want to go, and how I'm going to get there. And so that's definitely also the Taurus energy in there, because Taurus is a lot about the stability. Taurus can be very stubborn. And if you're living negatively in aspect with your Taurus, you're going to have a lot of stagnation and lack of growth. But she has moved past that, because Page and Knights, that's, you know, a very, the young energy versus the queens and the kings, which is, you know, the grown women, the grown men. These, the Page and the Knights, those are the young women and young men that are, you could say, I would say between 22, master healer number, and 26. The reason I say 26 is because what do you add that up to? That's 8. Today is August 17th. In numerology, that turns out to 8. Today is the date of the moon. And you can see that deep inside of you when you let your clarity flow through and true. And so that's why she has this, I'm going to say that's a moonstone hanging down upon her forehead. Don't quote me on that. I don't know for a fact. That's just what I'm gathering from my intuition. But look where its placement is. Right above her third eye. And this beautiful pentacle with the 3 butterflies is right above the crown chakra. And it's kind of resting upon her, I want to say crown of laurels, but those aren't laurels. You have the, okay, so there's the sunflower. So that's a lot of sun energy. So that's, you know, new vision, new clarity. But then you also have these autumnal leaves with the, you know, orange and verdant hues of lots of different greens. And there's a little bit of yellows in there. So that's, you know, the fading in between when it's maturing, you know, just like a tree. You could say every death brings a birth, but every birth comes from a death. She has let that naiveness, the naivety, die. And she has moved into her power of, I know why, but I can step aside. I can turn the other cheek, but that's not turning a blind eye. You know, like, I understand. I see what you're trying to do. You're just trying to look busy, but that's kind of, you know, very frenemy. That's very like, well, what are you really doing? That's kind of sly and sneaky. And that's not going to fly with the Page of Pentacles. She's like, no, but I don't have to worry on that. I'm not going to focus on it. In fact, she's not even going to think about it. Like, consciously, she's not going to notice it because she has trained that conscious subconscious to be like, okay, that's something that I'm just going to, I'll flow and I'll know and I'll grow. You can stay and let it show where you decide that you want to stay instead of go. So this card is very beautiful, and I would say it's definitely extremely superfluous for Monday, August 17th. And we are, Virgo starts on August 27th, so we're 5 days away. That's kind of interesting if you think about it. August is also the 8th month. Virgo, you know how far along into the zodiac that is. That's the 4th sign. What is half of 8? 8 aspecting to dividing. That's 4. And look at this. You have 1, 2, 3 butterflies. But you also have her. These butterflies, they're alive. They're creatures of Mother Earth. But so is she. So there you have the 4 right there. And, you know, you can look on that. I'll let you find all of the other numerology aspects in there, connecting the 4 to the 8 to the 5 and 2. There's a lot of 2 as well. And of course, 22. You have master number 22. But don't forget number 1. Look at that. You know, you can see that kind of like quirk to the corners of her lips, just like, okay, I know, like, but that's not my road. I've been down that path. Clearly there's something that you need to learn so you can grow. And I'm not going to let myself blind you from that. So I'm going to blind myself to it because I'm already in tune with aspecting away from it. Because I've taken that leap of faith, you know, the Fool card. I've learned that lesson, you know, the Tower. I have realized where I'm sly, where I'm a frenemy, where I'm, you know, my own worst enemy. And also, she's the High Priestess. You know, there's a lot of clarity in there. That's, you know, the number 2. That's the 3rd of the major arcana, but is denoted by the number 2 because, of course, the Fool starts off with the 0. So this pentacle is definitely a lot of Fool, but it's also sun because you have the sunflower right below it. But then look at those beautiful moonbeams coming out. And look at all the stars behind her. I'm going to hold it back for just a second if you want to count them. And also look at the glimmers dancing across the surface of the pentacle, levitating above her crown chakra as she wears that beautiful crown of verdant autumnal leaves. So, it's okay. We've got this. Winter may be coming, but that means that spring is one day closer. All right. That is the card of the day, and that was my little bit of insight that I would like to share from me to you. I hope something in there rings beautiful and true, and maybe there's something new. Well, all my lovely friends, I just want you to remember you are all beautiful, as I block the camera, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and please, don't cloud your insider clarity. But remember, it's okay when you don't know. You're here to learn and grow. And you truly are beautiful. Goodbye.